Welcome back. So I made a challenge. I wanted to clear Giant B10 within 7 days with a fresh account and no money allowed to use. Was I able to do it? Here's a video. Alright, so my account level is 30 and as you can see this is my 7th day on the account. And up to this point I have not cleared the Giant B10 with an auto team before. So here we go. So as you can see, my team here, everybody else is 5-star except Lapis, who is 6-star. And with the trash waves, I can clear them quite easily. They don't cause too much problems, so we can speed it up here. And when we go to the middle boss, he's an annoying one because he has high HP, high defense, and high resistance. So it just takes a long time to beat him up. But no problems here. Can do it quite easily. Then we can go to the last trash wave and then to the boss. Let's slow down again. So here you can see Lapis is taking some hits and my team are cleansing. They are giving me buffs. They are making all of the necessary debuffs on the boss. And I use Lulu instead of Veromos or any other cleanser because Lulu is a good healer also. He can provide the immunity. Very easy to skill up, so I think Lulu is better than Veromos. Alright, so the dungeon boss is down very soon. Here we go. And the time for this clear was 3 minutes 45 seconds. And as you can see, it was my first clear as I get this pop-up and I can collect the legendary scroll. And back to the profile. You can see that this is the 7-day account and now the Giant B10 record was 3 minutes 45 seconds. And my team here, there was an event with the Vampire Lord, so I just transferred those runes to Lapis because he's a better farmer. But you can definitely do this challenge also with the 5-star runes that you get as scenario reward for the Lapis. And everyone else is just on whatever rune set that I had that could provide enough stats for them to survive the hits from the Giant B10. Cool. And here's the screenshot again. As you can see, 3 minutes 45 seconds on the Giant GB10 level. So now the most important thing, how do you do it also? So as a new beginner, the first 2 weeks, 14 days, you get this Amaria's Blessing. This is very useful, especially because you can get the 100% extra EXP and mana from clearing content. You get all other sorts of hefty goods also, but this is the most important one. So what about the team? The team I use is Lapis Water Magic Knight because she can do really good DPS and also lower the ATB from the giant, so the giant doesn't hit me as often. Shannon, Wind Pixie, she provides attack buff, defense buff, slow, and the glancing hit on the boss. Belladeon, a good healer, defense break, and he can strip the boss from the attack buff. Bernard, ATB boost, also attack debuff, and the defense debuff. And Lulu, just good healer, cleansing, good stuff. And the reason I use this team is right here. As you can see, all of the debuffs are just stacking on the boss, so I can bring him down quite easily. So when you're starting out, the first things you want to do is just go to the magic shop and unlock all of these slots over here, because you want to buy all of the Howl and Pixie monsters, so you can skill up your Lulu and your Shannon. I also buy everything that is a 2-star monster with the white stars, because they only cost like 10,000 mana, and you can use them as food for your evolutions. So what are your first goals when you start out with a fresh account? Number one, you want to find a guild. And the reason you want to find a guild is that you can get 5% HP, 5% defense, and 5% attack for all of the dungeons. And it's a really good boost, especially if you're starting out, because you don't have really good runes at the beginning. So this is really good that you can find a good guild that is at least level 21, so you can get the 5% HP and 5% defense. The attack 3% at the end, it's not as big of a deal as the other ones. And then the second goal you want to do is you want to clear the scenario as fast as possible, because you can get these 5-star hero runes for your Lapis, or get the energy set for your Lulu and Shannon, because they don't have really good stats at the beginning. And then, of course, nowadays, if you start with a fresh account, you have this challenge screen. This is really good, really important. They have really good rewards here that you definitely want to utilize. Especially this one. This is a good set for your Lapis. So previously, I would always go for the blade set on the previous screen when you finish up the scenario. But because of these challenges, you can actually take this 4-star vampire set and 4-star revenge set and just put it on your Lapis, and she's good to go. And whenever your account is high level enough, you can open up these Giant Keep Master challenges, and it's really good, especially the first 2 ones. Why? Because strategy info, the number 1, you can get Shannon, and the way you get Shannon is just go to Giant Keep and click here, and then go back to your screen and go to your inbox, and Shannon is there. And the Bernard, you can get him already awakened also from clearing Giant B10 once you have unlocked this challenge. So that's already, and Lapis of course you get from clearing scenario also, so you already have 3 monsters, and Lulu you can get from the magic shop, so that's already 4 monsters for your team. And what about skill ups and awakens? So you bought your Lulu from your magic shop. Now what? As you can see, she only has 2 skills. But if we go to the awaken screen, you can see that if we awaken this monster, she can get 3rd skill. And it's a really good skill because it's the AoE cleanse or AoE immunity and also a heal. So how do you awaken this? You need these essences. Essences of water and essences of magic. So you need to go to Kairos dungeon again, and from the Hall of Magic you can get the magic essences, and the best level to clear is the B7 with a new account. B10 is the best later on, but when you're starting out, B7 is the most efficient one. But if you cannot do B7, just do whatever you can. And of course, Hall of Magic is always available, but Hall of Water is only available, I think, on Mondays. I think on Tuesdays. So on Tuesdays you need to be awake and getting those low essences from there. And here's my Lulu. As you can see, she's max skilled, and the level is 35 from the 5-star evolution. So what do you need to know about the evolutions? Basically, evolutions, you probably already know this, but here is a 2-star monster who is max leveled, and I can feed him 2 monsters and evolve him, so the monster becomes a 3-star level 1 monster. That's how you evolve the monsters. And how many monsters you need per evolution, it depends on how many stars the monster has. So if it's a 4-star monster that you want to evolve, then you need 4 monsters, and so on. And for your Bernard, you can get skill ups from Tamar Desert. And the drop rate for Griffins is quite low, but the good thing about Tamar Desert is that you can clear the hell level with just the 5-star Lapis. And the best level to clear is the number 3, North. You just clear this all over again as many times as you can, so you can get all of your monsters to you can get your Lapis to 6-star first, and then all of your other monsters to level to 5 stars. And you can get 3600 XP per monster when you have 4 monsters grinding at the same time with the EXP boost. And as you can see, I use Lapis as my farmer. And this trick right here, I call it the superfood method. It means that if you have a monster from the same family, when you are evolving the monster, you want to use as many of the same monsters on your evolution, because that way he can get the skill ups and also the evolution at the same time. If this monster right here was max leveled right now, and I would press this evolution button, I wouldn't get 1 skill up, but I would get 2 skill ups. But I would not get a skill up from the salamander because he's not from the same family. Alright, so the last monster, Light Inugami. This is an annoying one, because you can only get it from the secret dungeon on Sundays. Because the secret dungeon is a drop from Hall of Light, and there are several monsters that can drop from several monsters that can be gained from farming Hall of Light as a secret dungeon, and it's only available on Sundays. And you can do it yourself. You can open up INUGAMI on Sunday and get your INUGAMI from there. Good luck. Usually it doesn't happen like that. What you really need to do to get your Lapis, to get your Belladeon, the Light INUGAMI, is to go to the chat. Because if you you can have maximum of 50 friends on Summoner's War, and whenever any of your friends have an open secret dungeon, it is shared, and you can clear that secret dungeon if your friend has opened it. As you can see, here is the friend's name who has opened the secret dungeon. So what you want to do is spam chat. Just write looking for Light INUGAMI SD, please add, and just copy paste that on every single channel that you can. And after 2 hours, 3 hours, you should have friends who have added you that had Light INUGAMI, and you can just start clearing and start getting the pieces. And once you have enough pieces, 40 is required, you can summon your INUGAMI. But that's not it. That's not everything, because as you can see, he's still not awakened. So what you need to do is awaken him because of his first skill. If INUGAMI is not awakened, it only has 50% chance to defense break on the first skill. But once you awaken him, it's 100% chance. So that's a big boost. And from the challenges, you can get the mid essences for the magic one and for the light one. But for the low essences, you need to farm from the light dungeon or the Hall of Magic. And as you can see, somehow I fed my Belladeon 3 superfoods while I was making the evolution, but somehow he dodged all of the most important skill ups on the skill 3. But that's fine, I was still able to clear the content because of Lulu. And for your Belladeon, you can get the skill ups from Fame on Volcano, and the best place to clear is number 1, the path. And this one actually has quite a good drop chance. So if you're just clearing this number 1, INUGAMIs drop quite regularly, a lot more often than the Bernards. But the problem is that the hell level is usually too hard for your 5-star Lapis. That's why you want to 6-star your Lapis first, so you can start grinding this hell level of the Fame and Volcano. Alright, so the question, which monster should you 6-star first? I already said Lapis. Go for Lapis. Some say Belladeon is the first to 6-star, some say Baramos is the first to 6-star, some say whatever 5-star natural 5-star monster you get, you should 6-star them first. Don't listen to them, just make Lapis first 6-star so you can do the Fame on Hell level, and of course when the giant boss counterattacks or does the AoE, if your Lapis doesn't have enough HP, then she just dies, so you cannot clear the content. Or when she's 5-star, she doesn't do enough DPS, so it just takes too long time to clear the content. So just 6-star her, she's really good, amazing farmer. 6-star her first. And after you 6-star her, you want to max level her, and you want to get everyone else 5-star as well. And before that, don't do any rune farming, because it's totally useless to farm the low levels on the Giant Speed 10. Just go to scenario and farm these Final Hill and Tamer Desert all over again, as long as everybody is at least this level right here. And after you've done that, then we can do the 4 hours of rune farming. And this is the fun part. Everything up until now is a bore, because it's really annoying to farm the the scenario, because you don't get any rewards that you are like, ooh, yeah, finally I got this one. But when you get to the Giant Speed 7, you start to get 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star runes, and you can get the mystical scrolls and every good stuff. And you usually only need to farm like 4 or 5 hours to get enough runes for your team, so you can go to the Giant Speed 10. But before you can go to Giant Speed 10, you need to have these stats for your team, so you can survive the autoing of the Giant Speed 10. Alright, so here are all the stats: HP, defense, attack speed, accuracy, and resistance. HP, you want to aim for 15,000. Alright, my Bernard, he only had like a 12,500, I think, but it's okay, it was my first try. But the next thing I would definitely want to do is get more speed on my Bernard, so she can take more hits. Defense, about 1,000. Again, same reason, you want to be able to take the hits from the boss. Attack doesn't really matter, only for Lapis. But more important than damage is the HP and defense for Lapis, because Lapis, because of the multi-hits, will always be the target for the counter-attacks from your Giant Speed 10 boss. Speed doesn't matter, forget about it at this point. For your first team, speed doesn't matter. After you clear it first time, that's when you want to do more and more speed, more and more attack, more and more defense, more and more HP for your team, so you can get more speedier clears. Accuracy, the Giant B10 boss is capped at 45% accuracy, so that's what you want to aim for, but it's not a must. It just makes your runs more safe when Shannon, Bernard, and Belladeon can do the debuffs on the boss. That's why you want the accuracy. Resistance doesn't really matter. Your Shannon does the defense buff, and your Lulu does the cleansing of the defense break. So resistance doesn't really matter. Not even when you go higher. Don't look at resistance. It's only resistance is important when you go to raid or when you go to PvP. Alright, so once all of your monsters have these stats, just go for Giant Speed 10, auto it, and auto it a lot. Alright. Congratulations, you cleared your Giant Speed 10 for your first time. This actually, as you can see here, this was the first time I manually cleared the Giant Speed 10, but after that I made the video for the Auto B10. Alright, now you clear it for the first time, what next? What should I do next? Just keep farming. Summoner's War is a farming game. Even people who have played this for 5 years, they still farm Giant Speed 10 every day. So you always want to farm Giant Speed 10. Giant Speed 10 drops the Swift runes, it drops Blade runes, it drops Despair runes, which are the most important runes for your late game, also for many monsters. So Giant Speed 10 farming never stops. So you can safely farm Giant Speed 10 a long time. Just don't worry about Dragon Speed 10 at this point. Just farm Giant Speed 10. Next thing, you want to subscribe to the channel. Why? Because I create some interesting content, and hopefully in the future it will be even better. So just subscribe, and I will maybe show some content on my main which has a ragdoll. Next, you want to 6-star your Lulu, you want to max skill up your monsters, you want to 6-star your Bella, you want to summon Lauren the Light Cowgirl, because she's really amazing in the Dragon Speed 10. She's really amazing in Giant Speed 10 actually also, even though she has the multi-hits, but then the boss just never moves if you have Lauren. Just simply doesn't do the AoE if you have Lauren. So you can use it in Giant Speed 10. Just make her tanky enough and all of your team tanky enough so you can use her. Alright. Then you want to farm lore and skill ups from Secret Dungeon. She's a light unit also, so it's another thing you need to farm on some days. Then you want to keep farming Arena for weekly Devilmons. That's the most important one. And of course, whatever Arena points you have extra, you want to use them for Arena Towers. But don't buy any of the scrolls from Arena. That's just a waste. You want to max your Arena Towers. And then you want to prepare for TOA. And once you have TOA 100 cleared, then you can continue for Dragon Speed 10. Alright, I really hope you got something out of this. I hope you now know how to do Giant Speed 10 in 7 days. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the next one.